So, hello, people. This is the first ever Q&A for members on the channel. And hopefully, it's something that you guys will enjoy. Joining me today is Woodshedder and Alonso from the stream, from the channel. Channel members, paid up members as a Q&A, been subscribers for a long time and have been in the chat for a long time. How are you both? Woodshedder, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
And Alonso?
I'm very good, thank you. Looking forward to tomorrow, Chels.
Good. So let's get on to the cup final and Thomas Tuchel's press conference today. He has revealed that he has got everybody fit apart from Christensen maybe, but Kovacic is back. N'Golo Conte is going to start. That was the message from Thomas Tuchel today. He revealed that he spoke to the medical department about the Arsenal game, and it was decided that to give him a little bit of treatment and get him prepared for the cup final instead. And he's also revealed Kepa is going to start tomorrow. So we know 2 out of the starting 11. So how do you guys feel about that? First up, how do you feel about N'Golo Conte?
I think Conte is essential to have in the final, in both finals. I actually never take him off, but we have to manage him. Kepa, I think, deserves his show. And just so long as we have Mendy on the league game next week. Tuchel does. I mean, it's plainly obvious he knows what he's doing. So
yeah. There was a lot of disappointment in midweek. As I said, I think it was just a blip. But Alonso, what do you think about N'Golo Conte?
I think he's a very important player. I think the last time we had a final was in the Europa League against Arsenal, where he played. And he was vital in that game, and I think he'll be vital tomorrow. N'Golo Conte brings us, I think, more balance, and it just allows our attacking force to be more effective. Because when we're not with him, or without him, shall I say, the team doesn't seem to be as controlled in the middle as it is with him. So I think, according to Tuchel, he's always wanted Conte, and tomorrow he's going for the cup final. So I'm sure that's what he's been looking forward to.
Yeah. And what do you think about Kepa being given the start ahead of Mendy?
I think it's fair. I think Kepa has done his bit in the competition, and I feel like if he does well tomorrow and we win the cup tomorrow, then he will definitely be a better player for it. So I think it will make up for a lot of the things a lot of people have been saying. So I think just to make him a better goalkeeper, it's really important for him to play tomorrow as well.
I think you have to say he's managed him really well, hasn't he? He's managed to Kepa the situation really well. He's sort of come in and said, Mendy's my number one, but, he's played Kepa numerous times and given that little bit of confidence. And I think Tuchel's managing the players fantastically well. Obviously, Tammy's a little bit different, and that's another story. But so we know that Kepa and Conte will start tomorrow. Who do you guys think will start at the back tomorrow? Who lines up next to N'Golo Conte in the middle of midfield, and who's your front three that starts the game tomorrow? Woodshedder, over to you.
For the midfield, I think it's going to be Kova. I mean, I haven't seen the press conference, but according to all the news I've been getting, it's definitely Kova. Obviously, no Andres Christensen, so that would probably be. That'd probably be Zuma and Silva and Rudy. I mean, or Aspie. No.
Do you think
too much choices here?
Do you think he'll go experience and he'll go with the Aspie, Rudiger and Silva combination he started with?
I hope so. And there's also 5 substitutes, so. There has to be somebody on the bench to fill in. So I think Zuma might be on the bench and Aspie playing, and Reece James next to him. Chilwell, of course, because he's playing against Leicester, obviously, so he'll want to show up for that game.
Okay.
And there's also the last game we played, which was quite embarrassing, so he'll want to make up for that. Absolutely Mason Mount, and I'd go with Ziyech and Timo Werner.
Fair play. Alonso, give us your 11.
Well, as we know, Kepa's in goal. I would go with Azpilicueta for his experience, and I think the last time we won an FA Cup was against Man United. So he was, I believe, part of that team overall. Rudiger, definitely, he was also in that team. I remember he played an exceptional game. With Silva, a leader, and I would say Chilwell. And to partner them in the middle, I would probably put in Zuma in this case. So that's my back five. Well, with wing backs, back three, with the two wing backs in the middle, Kante and Kovacic. I think he'd be ready for tomorrow. He'd be hungry to prove a point. And up front, I would go with Mason Mount, Pulisic, simply because of what happened at the end of last season when he injured himself in that cup final. So I think he'll be eager to put that right. And Timo up front, just to give us that extra pace because he's been rested a while, and I think he'll be ready for tomorrow, definitely.
I think a big point about the game against the Arsenal was having that movement in behind, wasn't it? It just wasn't there. And even though they were squeezing the play and they were defending, just having that option to go in behind, Werner's become just so important. I think if you just look at Chelsea in recent weeks, Mason Mount is just, he's so important. Timo Werner's important. N'Golo Conte. So you're beginning to sort of find yourself with, you're sort of beginning to find yourself with like a core. You've got like a core of the team, a backbone of the team forming that could be there for a period of time. We just need to make sure that, I mean, Rudiger will be there, but I mean, is he part of the core at the moment? Will Thiago Silva stay another season? I think, for me, I think he'll go as strong as possible tomorrow. And I think he'll go with the Rudiger Silva, Aspi, with Reece James and Chilwell. I think he's worried about the threat that Iheanacho and Vardy have got, supported by Maddison. Obviously, I think Conte, I think it will be Kovacic. Thomas Tuchel has been talking Kovacic big time today, talking him up and how important that he is. And then the front three, I think I'm going to err on the side. I don't think Kai Havertz will play. I don't think Ziyech will start. Or will he? He started the Cup semi-final. Did he start the Cup semi-final? I can't remember if he started or not. But I think Mason starts, obviously. I think Pulisic is possibly key and Werner. That's what I would do. But I wouldn't be surprised if Hakim Ziyech starts and Pulisic is on the bench. But what do you think about the threat Leicester have got? Do you think that this is a game that's far from straightforward?
No, definitely not. It's Leicester's got some really dangerous players, not just the obvious ones, but they play great together. They have a great chemistry, and I rather like Leicester, truthfully. But the last game was just so embarrassing, and some of the players, I mean, Maddison's comments and came out really cocky about. And that was kind of the final days of Frank Lampard. So I think we have a point to prove here. But yeah, Jamie Vardy, obviously, and Maddison, and Didi, and who's that guy? The Belgian guy, Tielemans.
Tielemans, yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. So we ought to keep an eye on all of them.
Yeah. It's interesting with their formation, the 4-1-4-1 formation they've got. Literally 5 players defending, 5 players going forward. It's interesting to see how we cope and how that pans out. What do you think of Leicester, Alonso?
I agree with Woodshedder. I think they're very strong, especially offensively. They have a very good balance. The last time we played them when we were with Frank, it didn't go very well, but I think we were going through a bad spell. So I think we have a point to prove, and it's going to be good for a lot of players to go out there and, put Leicester under pressure straight away, because I think if we give them too much time to settle in the game, then, we're basically asking them to come at us. So we need to respond quickly. But I'm sure, the players will be ready to be, the first. I think first one to score is very important tomorrow. And if we can do that and we can keep our defense tight with Rudiger and Silva and everybody else in the middle, then I think we'll be all right. So yeah. I also think Leicester will have, maybe if tomorrow isn't going great or is going great for them, that they'll have a one eye on Tuesday as well. So I think because that's just as important for them, I think, aside from the FA Cup final.
Yeah, it's a massive game. Both games. Obviously, what happened last night with Liverpool beat Manchester United, and the good thing is it's still in our hands. We play obviously Leicester, then we face West Ham next weekend. Leicester play us on Tuesday, then they face Tottenham. I think is it at home or away? I'm not sure. It's interesting to see what's going to happen, but I think for me, what could be key for us tomorrow is the changes that you can make in game and the options that we've got from the bench. I think compared to Leicester, I think we've got much more depth than they've got. And when I'm talking about depth, I'm talking about quality that we've got that can come on and change the game. And I think that could potentially be key. I think it'll be tight, tense affair initially. I think the second half it might open up. But any score predictions, Woodshedder, tomorrow?
This is tough. I'm not expecting us to make a lot of goals or to concede many goals. It'll be a tough game. Both games will be tough, and you could argue that the result will be. Leicester will need the result more than we do because it's their first FA Cup final for decades. And what was like the 60s or something when they were in the cup final last time, and also for them to risk the league game, they're going to be risking the top four, and it's going to be real tight for them. So I'm honestly just really nervous about both games.
Yeah, you take a 1-0 tomorrow.
I would, yeah. I would take a lousy 1-0 extra time all day long.
Yeah, as long as we win, that's the main thing. Alonso, from you, any score prediction?
I think we'll win 2-1 tomorrow. I feel like we have enough in us to win. I think if they get one goal, that'll be all they get tomorrow. And I'm hoping Kepa tomorrow, proves his worth as well. So I'm confident that up front that we can do it. And Timo, Mason, and Pulisic, for me, if they all start, I think we'll be eager to make their mark on the final.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for Chelsea to win by 2. I think if you think about the performance on Wednesday against the Arsenal, if you think about Thomas Tuchel's post-match comments, I just think that there won't be a drop in level. We responded to the West Brom defeat. We went on a great run. He addressed the situation. He dealt with it. And I think he's going to do the same again. And I think you're going to see a backlash tomorrow for me. I think Leicester are a good, well-organised team, and they're not easy to break down. I think Chelsea will win the game, whether it's 2-0 or 3-1. But as Woodshedder said, I'll take, and you have Alonso, I'll take winning by a single goal. If it's off someone's backside on the 95th minute, I'll take it quite happily. So the main thing is that if we win the trophy, then obviously that'll give us a massive boost. But at the same time, it'll give us a big psychological advantage over Leicester heading into Tuesday night's game. And of course, 10,000 Chelsea fans will be in the stadium as well on Tuesday. So that'll be good to see.
A blessing and a curse.
Yes, it can be. It's a good shout, actually. It's a very good shout. There's going to be 6,250 from each set of supporters tomorrow as well. So that'll be good to see. But as long as we win it, and I think we've got the ability, we've got the organisation, we've got the managers to do it, and let's hope that we do. So, guys, I'm just going to call it there. Thank you very much for coming on, and thank you very much for being the first in one of these Q&A Zooms. It's just a test to see how things go, and I really, really appreciate your time. So I'm just going to stop the recording now. Thank you.